Big Polly's World of Sports Sims presents the Hometown Football League using Action PC Football 2020. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this latest installment of the Hometown Football League. This is game number 6 of week number 5. I'm Big Polly coming to you on this July 29th, 2020, a Wednesday. Today we have New York, the Giants, a combination of the Giants, Jets, and a few of the post-World War II New York teams other than those two, the Bulldogs, the New York Bulldogs, the New York Yankees of the AAFC. They could be having a player or two on this team, and the Brooklyn Dodgers would also be eligible. They are playing Baltimore. And the interesting thing about this game is New York and Baltimore have played in 4 different NFL championships against each other. Now, in 58 and 59, they played an NFL championship, 2 NFL championship games against each other. Of course, the 58 game was very memorable. The first sudden death overtime game in pro football history that the Colts won 23-17. Then the Colts came back in Baltimore and more easily beat the Giants 31-16. Then the Baltimore Colts met the New York Jets of the AFL in Super Bowl III, another very famous game in the Parthenon of NFL history that Joe Namath guaranteed victory, and he delivered 16-7 over the Colts that day. And then Super Bowl 35 was between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants, and Baltimore convincingly won that. So 4 different NFL championships have been played between these two teams, and Baltimore will be the Colts prior to their move to Indianapolis, and the Ravens since 1996 and onward. Today, it's a 70-degree day, a nice balmy day for New York, kind of Indian summer weather. I will be controlling New York. The computer will be controlling Baltimore. We have a nice sunny sky and a wind of 5 to 15 miles an hour. New York won the toss and will receive right away. New York's the only team playing a 3-4 defense in this league, by the way, and we'll get to that the first time New York gets the ball. Baltimore gets the ball and New York gets to play defense. Johnny Unitas against Eli Manning. Only in the Hometown Football League would you see a quarterback matchup like that. Brian Billick, who coached the Ravens to success in Super Bowl 35, was selected to be the head coach of Baltimore. No Weeb Eubank? Well, maybe that'll get rectified in a future season. Bill Parcells roaming the sidelines for the G-Men. New York in the blue, even though there are Giants and Jets on this team, and a few others, and Baltimore will be in the white. Christie back deep for the Giants. Sanders and Glenn will also be back deep as up backs, and that's going to be downed, and New York will bring it out to the 20. Barber and Snell, your running backs for New York, as we set their offense and subsequently the Baltimore defense. Beckham, Odell Beckham Jr., and Powell, your wideouts. Castor at tight end, already a little pooped. I guess he was on special teams. He's already down to 94 fatigue rating, which starts at 100 and lowers with possibly every play, depending on what they're doing. Manning at quarterback, Eli Manning. Brown, Snee, Manigault, Younts, and Powell will be your offensive line. For Baltimore, a pretty solid defense, only 1-8 in it. Marchetti and Nagata will be your defensive ends. Lipscomb and Art Donovan, your defensive tackles. Art Donovan, of course, was a big celebrity after his football days ended. Ted Hendricks, who was at one point leading the HTFL with 4 sacks. Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs will be your linebackers. McAllister and Keene, your corners. Reed and Volk, your safeties. And on first down, we'll go to Barber on a dive. By the way, I have a new pointer that's a mouse pointer that's a little bigger, and if you ever want to make your mouse point bigger or turn it into a different color, you go into Windows and you do it that way. Now, Baltimore is showing a blitz, so we're going to screen it to Snell on first down. And Snell, with a lot of running room, that's a gain of 17 yards before Keene could bring him down. A 1st and 10 now for the Giants, now at the 37 of Baltimore. Not 37 of Baltimore, 37 of New York. Tiki Barber, trap right, and again, they're detecting a blitz, so they're going to screen it to Barber instead. And that's incomplete. So they got a little bit more of penetration on the offensive line than the Baltimore defense, and Manning had to force that one out a little bit, and it was a little past where Barber was. 2nd and 10. I think this Baltimore defense is going to give New York all the trouble they can handle today. We're going to trap right with Barber. Again, they're showing blitz, so we're going to screen it to Snell again. Screen's always a good play call when you see the other team blitzing, and that time it was a gain of a yard, which is better than losing yards or no yards. We'll go to Beckham on this 3rd and 9 play, medium out. And it's caught, and they're in the Baltimore territory. A gain of 16 yards. Beckham with the completion. We'll go to Barber, trapped right in a 3 wide receiver set. No gain. Hendricks brought him down. The Mad Stork, you always got to watch him. He's out of Miami of Florida. Played for many a team in the 1970s and 80s, and was, of course, a Super Bowl winner with the LA Raiders in 1983. I'm trying to think if he played for Oakland a few years before that, when they won Super Bowl 15, then they moved to LA and won another Super Bowl, Super Bowl 18, which was the first Super Bowl held in Tampa. Off tackle right, Barber on 2nd and 10. Baltimore in a base formation, and that's a 6-yard gain before Suggs gets to him. 3rd and 4. We'll put double tights in the game, and we'll go to Powell. Powell could also play tight end on top of playing wide receiver, and we'll go to him on a short hitch. Incomplete, but a marker.
Intentional grounding.
And it's not good.
Number 10, 10-yard penalty, loss of down.
Manning with the grounding. And it'll be 4th and 14, so New York will have to punt. Younts comes on. Younts is also the right guard on this New York team, but he can also double as the punter, and that's what a lot of these players back in the era of World War II had to do. They had to play offense, they had to play defense, and they probably had to play special teams. So Younts will try to bounce this one in a good spot, and that's 14.
Offsides. Defense.
14-yard line.
5-yard penalty.
But McCreary gets called for an offsides, but it's not going to make a difference. It would be 4th and 9. They'd probably still have to punt anyway. And we'll give Baltimore the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 14. Setting up the offense for Baltimore. Lewis and Washington, your running backs. Barry, Alexander, your wideouts. Heap at tight end. Todd Heap from the Ravens. Johnny Unitas, probably the most legendary quarterback Baltimore has ever seen out of Louisville. He's your quarterback. Ogden, Yanda, Curry, Barwigen, and Vogel, your offensive line. Look at this star-studded defense of New York's. They only have, they have 2 8s in the lineup, but they have a lot of 10s. They have Strahan and Gastineau at defensive end. Weinmeister is your defensive tackle. And as I was saying, they play a 3-4, so here are your 4 linebackers. Taylor and Lewis, your outside linebackers. Huff and Carson, your inside linebackers. Revis and Glenn, your corners. Patton and Speck Sanders will be your safeties. Here's your 1st and 10 play. Ball at the 14, as we were saying. A 1-yard loss. Taylor makes the stop. And it will be a 2nd and 11 at the 13. Gain of 16,
Offsides,
but
defense.
that's going to hold.
Number 57, 5-yard penalty.
Lewis gets called for a defensive offsides. So move the chains, it'll be a 1st down. Ball to 29. New York a 7-point favorite, but I have a feeling Baltimore's going to be able to hang in there. We'll see. No gain. A lot of running room, but no gain. Lenny Moore comes in as the 3rd wideout. And we'll just call a straight play here. 3rd and 10. 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
Offsides, defense. Number 92, 5-yard penalty.
And that was Strahan. Still trying to conduct one of his talk shows on that line of scrimmage. 2nd and 5. They give it to Lewis, and he's just short of the 1st down. John Mackey comes in the game has a second tight end, so they'll go to a double tight end set, and Lewis will be your sole setback on 3rd and inches. Gain of 1, but they're going to lose Barwigen for a few plays because of an undisclosed injury. That'll bring Grubbs into the game. You'll see him there out of Auburn. He will replace Barwigen, who is wearing number 26, which is an odd number for an offensive lineman. 1st and 10, the ball at the 40. Here's Lewis again. He gains 9 yards, and Barwigen is going to come back in the game. Lewis already with 6 touches, and we have played 6.5 minutes, 6 minutes, 34 seconds. 2nd and 1, the ball at the 49. Washington, 1st down, a gain of 1. Carson on the stop. So the chains will move, and it'll be 1st and 10, the ball now at midfield. Unitas back to throw. He dumped it to Joe Washington, and that's a gain of 4 before Spec Sanders could bring him down. 2nd and 6, the ball at the 46 now. The throw, and it's caught by Lewis for a gain of 5, and Sam Huff in his violent world made the stop. 3rd and 1, ball at the 41. We have 6:17 left. This will be the 11th play of the drive. Washington picks up 3. Gastineau on the stop. 1st and 10, ball to 38. And here's Unitas. He's back, he's looking, and he tried to find Todd Heap, but it was a lousy pass by Unitas. We'll take Dave Koch Sports' word for that on that one. 2nd and 10, the ball to 38. This is to Washington. A fumble recovered by Baltimore. Yanda makes the recovery. No gain on the play. So now, 3rd and 10. Giants got to be thinking that Unitas will throw here. Here's your throw. Caught. 1st down. It's a Heap, and that's a gain of 16. 15th play of the drive. Baltimore's first drive is taking a month, but it ends now as Lewis has scored a touchdown. "15 plays, 86 yards, 7 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock, and the Baltimore Ravens are off to a good start. Point after try, it's good. And the Ravens lead 7-0 with 3:12 left. If you're wondering where the Colts are in the HTFL, they play over in Indianapolis. Then they represent the Colts after they took the Mayflower Vans and moved to Indianapolis in 1984. Christie back deep for the Giants. And he'll down it, a touchback. 1st and 10. Giants want to establish a running game here, so we're going to go pitch it right with Barber. And Baltimore has a pretty good defense, and they make Barber pay for that decision, and me too, since I'm coaching them. A loss of 4 yards, Nagata makes the stop. It's now 2nd and 14. Sauer, medium hitch. Incomplete. 3rd and 14. So this is the situation the Giants do not want to be in. Medium slant to Art Powell. That is not completed either. And Manning off to a slow start, 3 out of 7 for 33 yards, but few of those passes were screen passes. 4th and 14 to put Younts back in the game, and Baltimore has an opening here to get some more points on the board. Punt went 52. As Baltimore is into the wind at the moment, so they will have a wind advantage when we play the 2nd and 3rd quarters. And the Giants have a wind advantage now and get it back in the 4th. 1st and 10, the ball to 39. Here's the give to Washington. Washington's going to be close to a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Rivas makes the stop. And when he used to play for the Jets back in the day, they called that little area that he patrolled Rivas Island. 2nd and 1, the ball to 48. They'll give it to Lewis. Lewis tries to get the 1st down, but he is just short on the counter play. Now you got 3rd and inches at the Baltimore 49. Lewis, did he get the 1st? No, he did not. Huff brought him down short of the 1st down marker. Now, I'm going to be watching for a fake here. 4th and inches at the 49. This would be prime position for it. And a punt of 32 yards by Koch. Tunnell was trying to get to the ball, but he could not. And we have played 15 minutes in this game. It's Baltimore 7, the New York Football Giants nothing. No other videos today, but please check out that Digital to Dice podcast that dropped a short while ago. Episode number 50. Congratulations to Dave Gardner and Uncle Ron Juckett for getting that far. Of course, they just celebrated their first anniversary of the podcast, and it's one of the few podcasts out there that talk about sports gaming, the sports gaming you and I like because you're enjoying this channel. And there are a few others, like there are a few that are devoted to OOTP, like OOTP Now, and Rich Grisham does a good job on that. And there are a few that cover the world of APBA. But check out Dave and Ron on the Digital Dice Podcast, episode number 50, wherever you could find your podcasts. Trap right, Tiki Barber on 1st and 10 from the 19. Baltimore now with the wind advantage, and they'll have it for the next 30 minutes of playing time. No gain. Hendricks there. So Giants having all kinds of trouble against this Baltimore defense. Giants, one of 3 teams that came into play this week undefeated. Actually, no, 2 teams are left that are undefeated as Carolina lost last week, so it's down to the Redskins and the Giants. Art Powell, medium hitch on 2nd and 10. Another blitz. We'll go with a screen to Barber instead. That is a gain of 7. 3rd and 3 for New York. We'll keep Barber busy and use him off tackle right. 1 yard gain. That's all. And it's 4th and 2, so the Giants will punt again. Len Younts will punt it away. You can see with the wind in his face, the punting averages and odds go way down. That was a 37-yard punt, and Lewis signaled for the fair catch. Baltimore takes over at their own 36 with 12:42 left in the half. Here's your first down play. Lewis with a lot of running room there, 16 yards. Glenn makes the stop. Aaron Glenn. Or is that Terry Glenn? It is Aaron Glenn. My first impression was correct. 1st and 10 ball. The Giant 48 now. Screen to Washington. Bounces right off his hands. And now you're looking at 2nd and 10. The ball at the 48. A screen to Washington, and Joe Washington is short of the first down by a few inches. 3rd and the aforementioned inches at the New York 38. And again, that looks like another stop, and it is a loss of a yard. Ogden was hurt, but it looks like he is staying in the game. Baltimore with the wind advantage, they're going to try a field goal from 56. No good. Tucker tried that one. And now the Giants take over at the 46-yard line. So they have excellent field position, and I was surprised Baltimore would give them such an opportunity. Medium out to Sauer on 1st and 10. Baltimore will go to the air. Try to see if they can get something going there, as they do have a little bit of weakness in their passing game. And you look at McAllister's a 9, Keene's an 8, and Stukes is a 7. And these defenders are graded 1 to 10, 10 being good. Actually, you could have a 10 plus rating. And since we're playing with the Pro Football Historical set, you're going to see a lot of 9s and a lot of 10s in all these defenses. Barber, trap right. And not much of a gain there, 2 yards. And it was Lewis who was blitzing. And Suggs brought him down. So I adjust my headset here a moment. Sorry about that, folks. 2nd and 8. Beckham Jr. on the slant. So you could make one of his famous catches, like the one-handed catch he made on Sunday night a few years ago against Dallas when he was still playing with the Giants. That's incomplete, broken up by McAllister. 3rd and 8, ball to 36. I think they'll need something close to a first down to get the field goal. Incomplete.
Holding defense. Number 21, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
King with the holding penalty. He was the hero of that Monday night game they played against Pittsburgh a couple of weeks ago in HTFL play, where they came out of a game with the Steelers with the win. So the Ravens still holding this 7-0 lead, but that first down might come back to bite them. Trap right, Barber. Nothing there. A fumble, in fact, but it was covered up by Snell, who was trailing the play. And it's a loss of 2. Sauer, medium out. 2nd and 12. That's caught. And a gain of 16. Powell's going to get the ball here. It's going to be a slant. Incomplete. Volk provided the best defensive coverage on that as two Ravens converged on him. Now you're looking at a 2nd and 10. We'll go to Beckham. Medium slant. Might be a score if he gets it.
Grabbing the
Incomplete.
face mask. Defense. Automatic. First down.
Art Donovan will have a few more stories to tell as he gets caught grabbing a face mask of one of the linemen for the Giants. Double tight end set. Trap right, Barber. They're showing blitz. We're going to screen it to Snell. That play has been working pretty good. Volk hurt and will be replaced by Nelson. 2nd and goal, the ball at the 8 still. Off tackle right, Matt Snell, who was so instrumental in the Jets winning Super Bowl III back in 1969. That's a gain of 3 yards. We'll go to Beckham Jr. on the cross on this 3rd and goal play, but Baltimore will call timeout. They have 2 remaining. The Giants still have all 3. Beckham, short cross. We'll do this play again. Not there. But looking very likely the Giants will get points out of this. Here's Mike Nugent on to try a field goal from 22 yards. And it's good. And the Giants cut it to a 7-3 lead for the Ravens with 6:12 left to go. We have Lewis back deep for Baltimore, Hillenbrand, and Laird also back deep. Lewis with a nice return of 25 yards. Brad Van Pelt, number 10, makes the tackle. And now you got a 1st and 10, the ball to 34. This is to Lewis, not to Lewis, but to Joe Washington, and he's got a first down. Ball to 44, 1st and 10 again. This time it's to Lewis. Lewis will get another nice piece of yardage, 12 yards worth. Harry Carson on the tackle. 1st and 10, the ball now at the Giant 44. This is a screen to Washington, and they gain 6 yards. 2nd and 4, the ball to 38. And they get to Unitas that time, Michael Strahan. A 4-yard loss. 3rd and 8. Here's Unitas in the pocket, getting good protection, and that was a throw to Raymond Berry, but it fell incomplete. And oh my word, they're going to try a 60-yard field goal. Tucker's going to try that here. Well, you give the Giants excellent field position if you miss. This would be an HTFL record, I'm pretty sure, if Tucker hits this from 60. And he pushed it left. No good. Actually, officially, it was a 59-yard attempt, but I'm pretty sure that's the longest attempt anybody has had in HTFL play as of yet. Beckham, medium slant on 1st and 10. As New York takes possession. 2:44 left, which has now been reduced to 2:38. will go Barber, off tackle right. Nothing there. And that was Donovan on the tackle as I just muted myself as I sneezed. 3rd and 10, the ball at the 49 will go Castor, medium hitch. Not there, incomplete. And Manning continues to be erratic, 6 out of 16 for 72 yards. It's now 4th and 10, the ball at the 49. Younce will try to punt it to the sidelines. Oh, that was not a good punt. That was a 25-yard punt, and that's all. Out of bounds at the 26, so this has been a thinking man's game so far. 7-3 Baltimore with 2:20 left. 1st and 10, the ball at the 26. Lewis with a lot of running room. He may go. He will go coast to coast. Touchdown. 138 yards on the day for Lewis, and he picked up 74 right there. Point after try. It was good, and Tucker put that through. 14-3 Ravens with an even 2 minutes left, so this is your 2-minute warning. Christie back deep for the Giants. Baltimore will get the ball to start the second half, too, so Giants will probably want to get something here. Odell Beckham Jr. on the medium out. Incomplete. And you gotta wonder if the Giants will make a change at quarterback when we come out for the second half. Hart Powell, medium slant. Unitas is not doing well at all. Not Unitas, Manning is not doing well at all. 16-yard gain there, so of course I always speak too soon about things, and the Giants will call a timeout with 1:50 to go. They have 2, the Ravens have 1. Powell, medium out on this 1st and 10 play from the 36. That's caught. So Manning with 2 completions in a row, that gained 18 yards. This time we're going to go long fly to Castor. Not there, incomplete. Ed Reed broke that up. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 45. Short slant to Beckham. Instead, they throw to Powell. But we have a marker down.
Holding offense. Number 79, 10-yard penalty.
Another Powell. As I will show you. You have Marvin Powell, who's the right tackle, and you have Art Powell, who's a tight end wide receiver. 2nd and 20, the ball at the 44. New York's own 44, medium out to Beckham again. Instead, it's a dump off to Barber. He gains 8. 1:20 left. He got out of bounds, so it'll be 3rd and 12. Medium fly to Sauer. Incomplete, but a marker.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 47, automatic. 1st down.
Stukes gets called for the PI, and that will move the ball to the Baltimore 34 with 1:14 left. 1st and 10, that will go to Beckham, medium out. Incomplete. Looked like Beckham may have been double covered, but instead it was Hendricks and Lewis bringing a blitz. Buck 11 on the clock. Will go Sauer on a short cross. Caught. 1st down. Gain of 13. And the Giants, I think, will use a timeout here. They do with 1:03 to go. So they still have plenty of time. Trap right. Tiki Barber in the 3-wide set. And Barber not having a good day at all. 9 carries for just 3 yards. Giants will go no huddle. Castor, medium cross. Instead, it's a throw to Beckham for 10. 41 seconds left to go. We'll go Beckham again, short out. Caught. 5-yard gain to Powell. We have 26 seconds left to go, and he stepped out of bounds. Manning, quarterback draw. Nothing there. 2-yard loss, in fact. 17 seconds to go. They'll hurry to the line. Manning will spike it, and it'll be 4th down. Actually, they could call timeout. They still have one left. 3rd and 7. Medium cross with the ball at the 8 to Art Powell. Barber, touchdown. And he had to get it in because if he had not, if they had tackled him inside the field of play, they would have run out of time. So it was good that Barber got in. 14-9. Too early to go for 2, so they'll kick the extra point. It is good. It's 14-10 with 10 seconds left in the half. Squib kick coming up. Taken by a nutback. And that was Hillenbrand, who returned it 16 yards to the 32. We have 2 seconds left. Everybody back in case Baltimore wants to chuck one here. Instead, it's a run to Lewis. He gained 6, and that's going to be halftime. Your score, Baltimore 14, New York Giants 10. So we'll get the second half started. It's 14-10 Baltimore. 220 yards. We haven't really gone over the total yards and the total plays yet. Of total offense for Baltimore, that's 220. They have run 27 plays. 18 of them are rushes, and Jamal Lewis having a great game already, 144 yards. New York, 37 plays they have called. 26 have been passes. Manning, not that great. 13 to 26, 150 yards. He did enough of a good job in that drive to end the second half to keep him around. I think Bill Parcells might wanted to have yanked him, or they might wanted to get rid of him and substitute him out if he had not come up with a score there. So we'll see how this second half plays out. Jamal Lewis having a great game so far. This is another Lewis, I believe, and he takes it 19 yards to the 22 before Sam Huff could get to him. On the kickoff, 1st and 10, the ball to 22. This is to Lewis, Jamal Lewis, and he gained 6. And Lewis had 150 yards rushing today. 2nd and 4, ball to 26. Long throw and a catch to Alexander, a gain of 22. Glenn makes the tackle. 1st and 10, ball to 50. A Baltimore answer to that giant touchdown would be big, and that's another big play. Alexander again with the catch, a gain of 32. And that is Glenn again making the tackle. So already in just 3 plays, the Ravens are in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 18. Heap. If he had held on to that, that would have been a touch. But it was Patton that swatted it away. 2nd and 10, the ball, the 18. And this is Lewis, and Lewis picks up another 9 yards. Last week, he had a game where he rushed for 150, and today he has a new season high at 159. 3rd and 1, ball to 9. Lewis, short. Be 4th down. Tucker hits this from 26. It'll be a 7-point lead for the Ravens. He got it, and it's 17-10. 11:05 left in the 3rd. Here's Christie back deep for the Giants, and that's going to be a touchback. Barber off tackle right. He has not had a good day so far, and his woes continue. He only gains 1 yard. He has 10 carries for 4 yards. Off tackle right, Matt Snell. He does a little better. He gains 2. Suggs makes the stop. 3rd and 7. Caster, medium hitch. Incomplete. And the Giants will have to punt. Here's Yunts again. Into the wind. A punt of 39. First and 10, the ball at the 38. My throat's getting scratchy. Long throw. Incomplete. Let's see what happened that time. It was Unitas scrambling, and he let a deep fly go, intended for Alexander, but it was tipped by Spec Sanders. Second and 10, the ball at the 38 still. Unitas forced out of the pocket. A nice screen to Washington, and it's a gain of 5. It's now 3rd and 5. Ball resting at the 43-yard line on this field turf that the Giants have. Marker down.
Start. Offense. Number 73, 5-yard penalty.
And the down and distance doubles for Baltimore as Yanda was called for a false start. 3rd and 10. Unitas. Nice catch. And that was to Lenny Moore, and he gained 16. More. How do you like him? Ball at the 46 of the Giants, 1st and 10. Throw and a catch to Raymond Berry. In Baltimore, growing confident with every play. 16 yards. Glenn on the stop, 1st and 10. Now the ball at the Giant 30-yard line. Loss of 3. Washington grabbed by Lewis. Nothing doing on that one, I'm told. 2nd and 13 on the 33. Unitas. I smell an interception. And it's picked off by Mark Haynes. Just wait until we get our hands on you. And that's a first interception of the year for him. Brought down at the 25. And the Giants have a new life with 6:11 left in the 3rd quarter. We're going to shake things up here, and we're going to go bomb to Powell on 1st and 10, or we're going to attempt one anyway. There's the throw. He heaved it. Incomplete. Volk deflected it for Baltimore. 3rd and 10 to Powell on the medium out. And Powell has running room. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're 1 point away from a tie game. Powell goes over 100 yards receiving. That was a 75-yard catch and run. Nugent, if he is successful at this point after, we have a tie game. We do. 17-17 with 5:42 left in the 3rd quarter. Somewhere Stevie Nicks is enjoying this score. She of Fleetwood Mac. Lewis back deep. Nice return for Mr. Lewis. He gains 33 yards before Van Pelt could get to him. 1st and 10, the ball at the 39. It's a give off to Lewis, who gains 2. 2nd and 8, the ball at the 41. No, I do not want to call a timeout. Unitas back, forced out of the pocket.
Offsides, defense.
But the Giants
Number
were offsides.
99, 5-yard penalty.
Gastineau was dancing around, and then he realized that the penalty was on him, and that made him double back. 2nd and 3. Here you see the replay, which I did not intend for you to see. Here's 2nd and 3 now. Washington picks up 4 and has the first. Washington has 8 carries for 26 yards, being completely overshadowed by what Jamal Lewis is doing. 16 carries for him on 159. 1st and 10, the ball at midfield. Not going to be at midfield any longer as Washington picks up another first. Washington also has 4 catches for 25 yards. Unitas, 11 out of 17, 148 yards and an interception, and that is the lone turnover in this game. Ball at the 40. Lewis back to the line, and that's all. Tackled by another Lewis, which was not Harry Carson. Come on, computer, help me out there. Bo Lewis. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 40. Completed to Joe Washington, who goes down the sidelines and gains 16. Spec Sanders on the stop. 2:34 left in the third. It's still a 17-17 tie. 17th letter of the alphabet is Q. There Unitas scrambled. Gain of a yard. 2nd and 9, the ball to 23. Long throw, a catch, and a touchdown to Alexanders. And Baltimore retakes the lead. Here's your point after. It's good. 24-17 with 1:05 left in the third. Here's Christie back deep. Touchback. So Manning's going to have to do a lot of throwing here because the running game has been dead silent for the Giants. 13 carries for just 7 yards, but they'll try it again here. Trap left. If this running game can pick up for the Giants, they have a chance, but if not, it makes the Giants awfully one-dimensional. They'll go to Snell after the gain of 4 by Barber and the tackle by Lewis off tackle right. For Snell, nothing doing. He just gets to the line and that's it. So that's been the big story so far, that Baltimore, on top of the success that Jamal Lewis has been having, they have stuffed the Giant running game. Castor, short hitch on 3rd and 6, and we will stick with the play. Oh, it's the end of the third quarter, so hold that thought for a moment. It's 24-17 Baltimore. Back with you for the fourth quarter. Lots of good games this week. We still have San Francisco playing Los Angeles a little later, and as I was saying a couple of nights ago, that's very possible that could wind up being a Western Conference final or a playoff game when we get to that in a little over 12 weeks. With 3rd and 6, we're going to go to Castor on the slant. And it's not there. Donovan, in fact, sacked Manning for a 7-yard loss. So Younts back deep to punt. Now the Giants have the wind advantage that the fourth quarter has started. And that looked like a nice punt. 51 yards we're hearing. Lewis made a fair catch, didn't try to return it. 14-17 now left in regulation time. It's 24-17 Ravens. Here's your 1st and 10 play from the 32, and Lewis, another nice gain, 8 yards. Boy, has he had a good day. 167 on the ground for Lewis. 2nd and 2, the ball to 49. To Washington for 6 yards. 1st and 10, ball now at the 46. They go to Washington, and Joe Washington with 7 more yards. He has 11 carries for 49 to supplement Lewis's 18 carry day for 167. So Baltimore really getting it done at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 3, the ball at the 47 of the Giants. Close to a first down is Lewis. Lawrence Taylor on the stop. 3rd and a yard to Washington. He's got the first down and a little more. 7 yards on the play. Carson on the stop for the Giants, who really should be hoping Baltimore can't score here, because any score and the Giants would need 2 to get back. 1st and 10, ball 38. Long throw, incomplete, but a marker.
Pass interference,
and
defense.
that deep, you don't know what that is.
Automatic first down.
Revis flagged for a PI, so move it to the 9. Baltimore really in good shape now. 1st and goal at the 9. To Lewis, and Lewis makes a lot of moves but can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and goal, the ball at the 9. Lewis, gain of 6 to the 4. He's at 175 yards on the day. 3 wide set for Baltimore on third and goal. The throw, touchdown, and that was to Heap. And Baltimore in the driver's seat almost midway through the fourth quarter. They're up 31-17 with 8:56 to go. They have 418 yards of total offense, 54 plays, 34 rushes. New York has 229. They have only rushed for 11 yards, and they have 44 plays with 29 passes. Christie back deep. That's a touchback. And even into a wind, that kickoff team for Baltimore really getting it done. Powell, medium slant. I think you're going to see a lot of throwing here by the Giants. A dump off to Barber, and he's got 10. Sauer, medium out. As we speed through these plays. Incomplete. Castor, medium hitch. Not there. That one seemed to bounce off the hands of Sauer. Beckham Jr., medium cross. That was a dump off to Powell, but he's short of the first. He has a season high, 118 yards receiving. But 4th and 6, and the Giants are going to have to punt. Younts back deep. Nice punt again, but let's see. The return was 6 yards by Lewis. Mawai makes the tackle after a punt of 51, so a 45-yard net. Let's see here. 1st and 10, 7:14 left to go. It's 31-17 Baltimore. Another score here of any kind, and this one you could pretty much stick a fork in. 3 yards, a gain by Washington, and Carson makes the stop. 2nd and 7, the ball at the 24. Lewis slashes his way for another 8 yards as he closes in on 200. He's at 183 on 22 carries. 1st and 10, the ball at the 32. Loss of a
Grabbing the
yard.
face mask. Defense.
Oh, that's not going to help.
Number 57, 15-yard penalty. Automatic.
Lewis.
1st down.
Called for a face mask. Ball at the 47. This is to Washington, and that's 2 yards. Strahan on the stop. 2nd and 8, ball at the 49. Lewis, gain of a yard. He's at 184 on the day now. 3rd and 7, ball at midfield. That's going to be short of the first. Gain of 5. Giants will call a timeout. This play will not count. 4th and 2, 3:54 left now. Giants have 2 timeouts. Baltimore with 3. Here's the punt. Goes to the sidelines. Out of bounds at the 14. Punt was for 31 yards, but the fact that they got it inside the 20, Koch did a good job there. Medium out to Castor, Richard Castor on 1st and 10. And he got the first down and he got out of bounds. To Sauer, medium hitch. A gain of 14 and a 1st down. New York will hurry. 3:33 left. Long fly to Powell. And this might work. It does work. Gain of 25. As Baltimore was playing in a little tighter. And that's now 6 catches for 143 yards. Again, no huddle for the Giants as they need to score quickly. Medium slant to Powell. And they need 2 touchdowns. Drop pass by Powell. Sauer, medium out. Incomplete. Well, 3rd and 10. They'll do a screen here. And it's a 1st down for Barber. Barber's got more. He's got 25. All the way down to the 5-yard line. Manning has now gone over 300 yards. But I wouldn't say it's a good day for him. We'll go no huddle, Caster, short cross. Incomplete. 2:09 left. Barber. Trap right. Nothing there. 2-minute warning. It's 31-17 Baltimore. We'll go Beckham, short cross. Touchdown, Odell Beckham Jr. out of LSU. He does a little dance in the end zone, and it's 31-23. Your point after try is good, and it's 31-24. Giants have two times. I think they have to do an onside kick here. I really don't think they have too much choice, and here we go. Baltimore has it, though. Davis recovered at his own 42. Giants still have 2 timeouts, but with under 2 minutes to go, I thought it was imperative for the Giants to try the onside. See what happens here. Lewis has had a great running game. See if that continues. I'm going to play the run. No pickup. New York calls their timeout. They have 1 remaining. Here you see the replay of the last play. 2nd and 10. Ball to 42. This time it's a 4-yard loss, and Sam Huff has his 10th tackle of the day. Giants will again call timeout with $1:33 on the clock. Now would Baltimore throw here on 3rd and 14? They do. Incomplete, which is silly because that just gave the Giants about an extra 30 seconds to play with. And it is Koch back deep to punt. We'll hope for a good return for the Giants, but it goes to the sidelines. Out at the 26, they punt it away from Tunnell. And now the Giants, with $1:22, they have to go 74 yards in that time to tie the game, or if they want to go for 2, take the lead. I'm not going to try that. Medium out to Sauer. Incomplete. Oh, it was intercepted. But wait a minute. They say he was out of bounds, so no interception. No interception. Medium hitch to Beckham. 2nd and 10. That's completed, but he's short of the first. He gained 9 yards. Giants out of timeouts, so they're going to have to go to Beckham on a short out. I hope they could call a quick play. There it is. That's a gain of 6. 55 seconds left now. Powell, medium out. Incomplete. 52 seconds left. Keep looking for these outs. We're going to go long out to Sauer on 2nd and 10. Good rush by Baltimore. That was batted down by Donovan. Now it's 3rd and 10. Beckham, medium out. Incomplete. 42 seconds left. 5 in the game for the Giants. And this is it, perhaps, for them. If they want to keep that undefeated season going, we're going to go to Maynard, who has just come in the game, as well as Santana Moss on a medium out. We're not going to call this play. Actually, we are. And that's why I didn't want to call the play. Because he was short of the first, and I was trying to get that changed to a plus route. And Baltimore takes over with 37 seconds left. All they got to do is take a knee, and the Giants have fallen from the ranks of the unbeaten as Baltimore has come through with a 31-24 win. Washington, your last undefeated team standing, and they will perhaps play later in the week. We'll note that in a moment. 432 yards of total offense for Baltimore, 349 for Baltimore. For the Giants, I should say. 38 minutes time of possession for Baltimore. When you have it that long, it's kind of hard not to lose. 10 penalties. The Giants ran 64 plays and Baltimore ran 63. Baltimore had all kinds of success rushing the ball, and New York got most of their yards throwing it. We'll take a look at the scoring summary. Pretty even game most of the way through, and then Baltimore, after New York had tied it in the third, pulled away with a couple of touchdowns. I think Lewis would get the player of the game honors. As you can see there, he had 189 yards rushing. Did a great job against this vaunted Giant defense. Unitas, 107.2 rating. Manning, a 94.6 rating. Take a look at the standings. New York falls to 4-1, but they are still leading the Upper East Division. Washington, as I was saying, they are the only undefeated team left now in HTFL play. We still have 3 teams that haven't won yet: Arizona, Tampa Bay, and Seattle. Washington will be playing later this week against Arizona, so you'll have the 4-0 Redskins against the 0-4 Cardinals. Our next game will be in Nashville as the Saints travel to the Titans. Chicago will go play Houston. And then we have Cleveland traveling to Kansas City, 2 3-1 teams. The Chicago-Houston game will be an unplugged game. And let's just go through the rest of the week while I'm at it. Detroit travels to St. Louis, Washington and Arizona, as I was saying, San Francisco and Los Angeles. Then we have another unplugged game between Seattle and Vegas, Denver and San Diego, and Pittsburgh and Green Bay to wrap up week number 5, and that will be 9 days away. Again, your final was 31-24. The mighty have fallen. The Giants actually lose. This has been Big Paulie coming to you. We hope you enjoyed yourselves today watching this video. We wish you well wherever you are, whatever your state is, and whenever you see this. We hope you're well. I wish you Godspeed, and we will catch you again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.